Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's been a few days since I posted a video, so what have we been up to? First of all, my wife has been pretty busy refurbishing some bookshelves. Well, we were able to make 2 bookshelves out of 4 bookshelves, and they got painted. And as you can see, they were a little bit narrow as far as depth goes, but she was given 4 of them, so we thought we'd make 2 really wide, deep bookshelves out of the 4 that she had. So that involved a little bit of gluing and putting them together and painting them and making them look somewhat decent. So that's what you have here. I'm going to bring you back to the deck and show you what we've been up to back there too. A lot of painting's been going on here at the Ritter household, so we've been painting, and finding a little bit of time for some fun as well. So we'll go back to the deck now. Alright, here we are. As you can see, we're making a little bit of progress as far as the paint goes. All of the rails up on top have been painted. The risers for the treads have been painted. I am in the process of drilling out some 2x2s that are going to support the spindles that are going to go through those holes. And let's take a look at what we got. So I've been working on these right here. These are going to go up top, holding those spindles in, and everything is just about gotten a second coat, so we're just doing some touch up here and there where it needs it, and pretty soon we'll be ready to get those spindles painted up. So that's the plan. Yesterday was super hot. It was almost 95 degrees and the humidity was high and it was uncomfortable. So we did what we could do on the deck, and we kind of said, that's enough, let's go out to the lake. So I'll include a little video of the girls at the lake yesterday. So alright, now you're going to see what we were up to.
Is it fun? Hi, camera! I'm pointing to you! Now I got it! You're a silly little Looney Tunes! Looney Tunes!
As you saw there, that was Nana and Papa. We went out to Nana and Papa's lake and went out on their pontoon, and we just had a great time. Nana and Papa are my wife's mom and dad, and we had fun with Brielle and Brinley, and Brielle spent the night there last night, and she's going to spend the night again tonight. So we've just got Brinley home with us today, and she's keeping us busy anyway. It's another warm one, but it's not too terrible. It's about, maybe 82 degrees, 83, somewhere in the lower 80s. And the humidity's not terrible, but tomorrow it's supposed to be pretty miserable. So I want to get done what I can today. And later on today, we're going to be on the tractor again because another neighbor needs some help moving some dirt. So we'll absolutely put that on the video as well, because I know a lot of you guys like to watch my tractor videos. So that's what's been going on here. Other than that, not a whole lot. I think I'll show you a little trick that I'm using on the deck as far as drilling holes. Yeah, it is what it is, so stay tuned. Alright, if you've been following me, you know that up on the pergola, all of those cross members that provide us some shade, I replaced those because they used to be 2x6s and they're now 2x8s, and they are also pretty warped and crooked. So this is a pile of all of those old 2x6s that I took off, but I'm repurposing them, putting them to good use by making rails for the spindles. So that's what I was just cutting. So I got it clamped to one that I've already got made and drilled the holes for the spindles. What had happened on this one is I'm using a spade bit to drill the holes, a 3/4 inch spade bit. So I'm sandwiching two boards together, and this is my first attempt, and I kind of blew out the side because as you're going to see that I am drilling at an angle and trying to make the hole straight up and down. It's the best way that I can come up with to solve this little problem, or make it work for me anyway. So I'm going to show you that next, and I'm going to be using a spade bit in a hammer drill, a 1/2 inch hammer drill, which works pretty well. So if you need to drill holes quickly and you have a hammer drill, give it a try. It works really well. Okay, so that's next. It's hot. Not as bad as yesterday, but it's hot. So, like I was saying, all of the rest of these, I was able to sandwich these two spindle holder things together and drill all at once. Well, I showed you that I blew the other one out a couple times on the side, so I got to be a little more careful this time. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clamps holding this thing together, so it shouldn't move. Not that that was a problem last time. The problem is just holding the drill straight up and down and making it go all the way through. So that's what I'm going to be doing. This is a Craftsman 1/2 inch hammer drill. It has a hammer and drilling function, or it has just a drilling function. Some of the higher end models have just a hammer function where you could actually put a chisel at the end of this. This drill does not. I think this drill, when I paid for it, it was probably $65 or $70, but I needed a 1/2 inch electric drill, so this kind of takes care of all of those needs. And if I ever need the hammer function, it's right there too. So, all right, now spade bit, hammer function is on. You're gonna see how this works. It's kind of beats up your spade bits a little bit, but there's an easy way to sharpen those that maybe I'll show you too. All right, let's get started. We'll start in the middle and work our way back and forth. So that works pretty good. This drill has a nice little level on the back of it, so I can kind of center it, make sure it's going up and down straight before I start. However, when using the hammer function, it's really difficult to see because it vibrates so much. Well, it's a bit warm out today, but cooler than it's supposed to be tomorrow, so this than what I'll have to work in tomorrow, I guess. Okay. So, guys, if you're still trying to figure this out, this one is going to go up here. See that? So I got one on the bottom, one on top. And now I know that the holes are perfectly aligned with each other, so they should all line up and look straight. So that's the plan. Now to clean this up, paint it, and see what other kind of trouble I can get myself into, or what other kind of projects I can find. It's always something. All right. Oh, it's always something, I tell you. So the board I was drilling, that was the second one that I had attempted. Well, it failed me. So here's what I got going on, guys. It cracked. It cracked right here, right where the knot was. I tried to be careful to avoid, and because I didn't want to drill through it, so I made sure that the holes didn't line up right through it, but it ended up being right through it anyway. And then when I moved the board, it didn't take much, and the thing cracked, snapped. So I got it glued together, and I don't think it's gonna work. But yeah, maybe, who knows. So I'm not gonna do a third one. I'm just gonna use the old board that I used previously, because the old one is still in pretty good shape, unlike some of the other ones for the rest of the railings. But I thought I'd take a chance here to show you a little trick that I do with my glue and my caulking gun. Alright, here it is, right guys? I was using liquid nails to glue that together. I didn't have any other stuff. A lot of guys tape this up, right? I don't. I use a deck screw, or any type of screw. I just put it in there, plug it in, you know, wipe off the excess, and now it's in there. If it gets stuck, I can use a drill or a screwdriver to get it out, and it goes in deep enough to where it keeps this whole tube from drying up. So hopefully that's something you can learn. Just take a regular old screw and you know, 2.5 inch, 3 inch screw, and just pop it in there. It'll stay in place, and it'll work just great. So I do that with all my caulking tubes and glue tubes and whatever else comes in a tube. That's what I use. So despite breaking a board, I don't know, maybe you found that useful. Alright guys, my plan was to clean up the tools a little bit. So I put my stuff away, and well, as you can tell, the garage is still a mess, but I put all the tools that I was using out on the deck away. And I told you that I might show you how to sharpen some spade bits, a quick, easy way. So these are the only 2 3/4 spade bits that I own. Both of them are pretty dull, so I need to sharpen them up, because next time I need a spade bit, it's probably going to be a 3/4, so I better have it ready. Alright, so I'll show you how I do this. First, clamp it to something. Alright, today I'm just going to use this cart and some vice grips, because my bench vise is behind the truck and I just really don't want to move that. And I do not have a grinding wheel, simply because I just don't have the room for it. So I'm going to use this cordless Craftsman grinder. If you guys can't tell, I'm kind of a fan of Craftsman's C3 line, and some of you might not be, and I realize it's not top of the line stuff, but it works for me. I've never had an issue with anything, with any of my power tools, so I'm just simply sticking with them. That's all I can tell you. Alright, so I'm just gonna grind an edge on this spade bit, because if I used the file, it would take forever, so you just gotta go real slow. Just go over it several times, use light pressure, and put an angle, about a 45-degree angle on it. You know, you kind of got to guesstimate a little bit. And just like that, that's sharp now. What I want to do before anything else is on the back side of this edge now there's a little burr because I just used the grinder, so I'm just going to lightly take that off. There. That's kind of what you want to get to. Alright. Now, it's not perfect, but it'll work. Alright, it is tractor time. I'm going to be going over to some neighbors of mine who live a couple blocks away, so we're just going to drive the tractor over there. Don't think I need the dump trailer, but I do know that I'm going to need the loader, so that is hooked up. And we have a little bit of counterweight on the back, about four bags of mulch, so that's probably 150 pounds, which is enough. It'll make moving dirt a little bit easier, a little bit safer. So we are going to get going. We're going to have some fun. Okay, well, that was a good time. I just like using the tractor, so that was fun for me. I enjoyed that. That was great. We moved about maybe a little bit more than 3 yards of black dirt. As you can see from the video, he was filling in a retaining wall that he had put together. He was going to fill that in so he'd have a spot to park his four-wheeler trailer. So that was his plan. I think it was a good plan. He's got a small yard like me, so he's got to make the most of space that he can find. Then he found a little high spot for me that I could level off too, so that was kind of fun as well. So now we're home. It's time to cook some dinner, and I'm kind of excited about that because I've had some steaks in the fridge for a couple days now and they need to be grilled up, so it's dinner time. All right, like, comment, subscribe, you know, and share my videos too. I'm up to over almost 800 subscribers, so that's kind of fun. I'm having a good time on YouTube. Hopefully you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out there. It's a variety of everything. It's kind of your general homeowner stuff, and I just happen to have a tractor, so I'm enjoying it. Hope you are too. All right, God bless.